Hello, welcome to this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host. Just a local sports picker here in Phoenix, Arizona, and hopefully today with our picks and your picks, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Wednesday, June 18th. What a crazy Tuesday. Royals actually scored more than 4 runs. Congratulations to them. Dodgers and Padres are going back and forth in a big scoring game as we're currently recording this episode. And interesting day overall. Orioles only give up one run with Dean Kramer on the mound. Phillies get beat up by the Marlins. It's been a little bit all over the place, to say the least. So if you're watching baseball right now, it has been a little crazy. We're going to put it to you that way. So teams that are doing well, congratulations, because it is not easy going right at the moment. So if you're new to our show, first of all, welcome. Secondly, we do fade or follow 4 teams in Major League Baseball. We focus our picks on those. But we will give you picks throughout the lineup. Here's another thing as well. All of you that message me privately, if you have a question, I am not going to answer it privately unless you subscribe to our channel and pay for the Discord or put it in the show comments. It's not fair to everybody else. And not only that, there's, to say the least, hundreds of questions per day. What about this pick, this pick, this pick, this pick, this pick, this pick? Please be somewhat respectful. Pay the few dollars per month it is to get on the Discord. Or put it in the show questions. Or do us all a favor and watch the show. Anyway, so we will get started with that after we get that little public service announcement out of the way, as we just watched the Padres have the bases loaded with 1 out and only get 1 across on a balk. Typical San Diego Padres crap. Anyway, we'll get started. First game up, 4:10 Eastern time. Mariners and the Red Sox. Luis Castillo, Garrett Crochet in this one. We in Seattle. So Boston takes game 1. We've had a couple shutouts, right? Mariners take game 2. And since it's the Red Sox and Crochet's pitching, he should get a bunch OKs. I would think that would be the first thing I'm looking at. That one-day game as well. So everybody and their grandmother is going to want to be a part of this one, right? Crochet is heavily juiced to 8Ks or 7.5. It is heavy to the overside there. Normally on these standalone games, everybody wants to play it, right? Because it's the first game. Oh, maybe I can build a little bankroll going into the next game. Normally it does not work out that way. But we will say the Red Sox in this one, here's the key. No Devers, right? So they've got to get offense from everywhere else. The youngsters are going to have to perform. So I think we're going to see a lot of up and down with the Red Sox probably throughout the rest of the season. So do not be shocked by that. I personally did not think it was a bad deal for the Red Sox on the trade of Devers. I understand why they made it. They thought they made a bad contractual decision. They still got 8 years plus left on a $300 million plus deal. Red Sox fans, I understand why you're pissed off as well. Let's be honest. Like, that was really the star of the team. Duran, Anthony, Marcelo Meyer, those guys are going to have to be your stars of the team. I love Rob Refsnyder. If he becomes available on the market, I would love for the Cubs to try to make a play for that young man as he demolishes left-handed pitching. But don't be discouraged, Red Sox fans. You guys have a lot of talent. The one thing you're short on is pitching talent. And you're definitely going to need that. Anyway, so this one we do slightly lean to the Red Sox. I would not play Crochet strikeouts. I just have a feeling something set up to the smelly side there. The total at 6.5. I like the first 5 of that. I don't think we're going to see a lot of scoring early in this game. So I would be under in the first 5 innings on the runs. And slightly lean to the Red Sox first 5. Try to control it in that area there. Mariners bullpen's god awful, and the Red Sox one ain't much better. Next game up, we get to the night game, 6:40 Eastern time. Who the heck do you pick in this one, the way the Phillies have been playing, right? Ranger Suarez against Mazur in this one for the Marlins. Of course, the Phillies are a $2 favorite. It is really hard to play them. They're another team that's extremely inconsistent. It's just tough playing them, right? Or picking them. Total is 7.5 in that one. Let's say the easier one might be to play with a total. But then again, you've got to hope that the Phillies bats are what they should do. If they can score 3 or 4 runs here, I think this definitely goes over that 7.5 in that one there. Next game up, 6:40 Eastern time as well. Tigers and the Pirates. All right, so this guy, Scooble versus Andrew Haney in this one, right? So this, in my opinion, might be the easiest one of the bunch. If you're looking for something on the board today, if people are going to ask, what's your favorite what's your favorite pick or money line? It's this one here. Here's the only thing, though. The Scooble strikeouts are 8.5 again, which is not a surprise. The book doesn't want to get killed because everybody loves playing over Scooble strikeouts. So I would pick under 8.5 in that one and hope to God Pittsburgh doesn't do its normal strikeout, routine where they'll strike out 27,000 times. Here's the areas if you want to go after Scooble. Over 18.5 outs. The Tigers are a $3 favorite in this one. Under the team total on the Pirates' first 5, which should be at maybe 1.5. I'd look at that one there. Scooble has been efficient lately when pitching. He hasn't had his big swing and miss stuff. He said he's been fighting himself a little bit. So maybe we take advantage because the book is aware that everybody wants to play Scooble over strikeouts. So take a little advantage, play the under 8.5 in that one there. Also, do like the Tigers. I'll take a -0.5 a run front 5, -1.5 for the game on the run line. I think those are both excellent picks as well. Next game up, 6:45 Eastern time, Nationals and the Rockies. And the Rockies are putting it to the Nationals at the moment, unbelievably, as the Nats bats have been, how do I put this? They've been cold. I wouldn't call them ice cold, but they can't seem to get an opportune hit when they need it. Herman Marquez, though, another horrible starting pitcher that the Rockies are going to throw out. The Nats are just a shade too big a favorite here for me in this one. So once again, I tell you to play the Rockies, plus 1.5 first 5 innings. Probably play them plus 1.5 for the game or 2.5 for the game as well, for a little bit of security there. Next game up, 7:05 Eastern time, Yankees Angels. Yankees are cold as ice right now. Losing the first 2 to the Angels. They cannot score at the moment. Now, Kokowitz does get beat up a lot. Normally, it's because it does not get his sinker down as much as it needs to be here. The Yanks are $2.35 favorite. And Yarborough, he's had a couple of starts. One he got smoked. The other one he was pretty solid in. Can't play the Yankees at this number. This is an advantage to take advantage of the Angels, even though it's something I don't want to play, but have to. So Angels plus 1.5 the first 5 innings, plus 2.5 for the game in that one. Yankees under their team total until they can prove they can hit. And you know what? If you get beat on a 4.5 or 5.5 because they go over, okay. Right? It just happens. Would it be a monster play? No. And please don't put it in a 12-leg parlay and then complain that the Yankees actually scored once in the last week. Right? You got to be smart about this one. This is a team that can explode. It hasn't exploded. It's been really cold. But if you want to ride that streak, ride it out. But it's not one of those ones where you want to put it in some monster thing and all of a sudden it blows up. Next game up, 7:07 Eastern time. We've got Blue Jays and the Diamondbacks in Toronto again. Eduardo Rodriguez versus Lauer in this one. Totals at 9. Anytime Eduardo Rodriguez pitch, it's auto fade. He is about a start or 2 away from having his own national holiday as well. So we like the Blue Jays over their team total. Blue Jays D-backs over. Eduardo Rodriguez over 2.5 earned runs. As well. I think we should see scoring early and often. And the Blue Jays on the money line here is, I think, an excellent play as well. It's almost a toss-up game on a lot of the books. They're not that big of a favorite, $1.15. On the run line, they're actually a dog as well. Next game up, 7:10 Eastern time, Reds, Twins, Bailey O'Bear, who loves to put runners on base. How his whip sometimes is not 2 is beyond me, versus Lodolo in this one. This is another one where we do like the Reds. It was a little bit back and forth. Reds take the game. Total of 9. This is another game I would attack the Reds over their team total. I would play the Reds first 5, Reds for the game as well. I think the Reds have an excellent chance to win that game there as well. Next game up, Mets and the Braves. Chris Sale, 7:15 Eastern time versus Blackburn. So the Mets basically gave away that first game in that one, losing, and then, they had that game led throughout the way, just couldn't put up an additional run. If they'd got it to 5, I think, there's a big difference between 4 and 5 in Major League Baseball on a lead. With 4, you're grand slam away. At 5, you're multiple, how do I put this? You're multiple 2-3-run homers away, which makes it a little bit more difficult here. But with Sale on the mound, I expect the Mets to be shut down for the most part. Blackburn actually did pitch well in his start, against the Dodgers. That 8.5 total I think is way too big. 4.5 in the first 5 I think is way too big. I like low scoring in this one. Wouldn't be surprised to see another 4-3, 3-2 game, something like that in this one here as well. I think is the easiest way to play that one. I wouldn't have a lean to either team. It would be, if you want to take a run line on a close game, take the plus with the Mets. Also under first 5 innings and under for the game. Next game up, 7:35 Eastern time. First game that we're heavily into. Taj Bradley and the Rays hosting Trevor Rogers and the Orioles. Third game of this set. So Rays kicked their butt in game 1, 7-1. Yesterday's game, 5-1 Orioles. Dean Kremer, they could not get a timely hit on that one. Brandon Lowe, once again, with a couple of hits for the Rays. He is smoking red hot at the moment. Caminero, couple hits. But some of the other guys did not showing up. And the bottom of the lineup for the Rays definitely wasn't there to help them out whatsoever. In this one, Trevor Rogers, first game back. And normally what happens is first game off the injured list, you hammer against them. And total in this one's at 9.5. So in this particular game here, we've got a lot of picks in this one. But we just did stick with the side. We're going to take an alternate at 8.5 for the game. But 2.5 first 5 or 3. Over 2.5 runs total. Over 4.5 runs first 5 innings. Over 6.5 first 7. Yes, they're going to have a little bit more juice attached to them. Much easier to get to 5 runs in the first 5 than 6 in that one. Orioles over 4.5 team total. Rays over 4.5 team total. Rogers under 15.5 outs. Rogers over 2.5 earned runs. Then we have 4 hitters, same 6 apiece. Here's the one caveat with this. We have Brandon Lowe in there because he's so damn hot right now. It's hard not to put him in anything batter-wise. But just a reminder, this season has not been good against left-handed pitching. So Westberg, O'Hearn, Diaz, and Brandon Lowe. Same 6 picks apiece. Home run, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Next game up, 7:40 Eastern time. Sonny Gray and the Cardinals playing the White Sox again in Chicago. Congrats to the Cardinals. They opened up the whoop stick. And did an excellent job here against the White Sox. Normally the White Sox keep things close at home. They do have an occasional game where they get blown out, and then it seems like the rest of the series is really close. So therefore, we kind of like what we're seeing here with Burke pitching well. Sonny Gray, last time out, got blown up. Cardinals are a $2 favorite here. It's a shade high on the road for me. But White Sox plus 1.5 first 5, plus 1.5 and 2.5 for the game. I think a couple excellent ways to go about that one there as well. Also, don't expect as much scoring as the Cardinals are a lot like the Tigers. Like, they explode one game and then all of a sudden quiet for a couple. So probably if you're thinking the White Sox have got a chance here, you're going to probably have to think under that 8.5 total line as well. Next game up, 8:05 Eastern time. We've got a couple of games that we're on, both these 8:05 games. First one, and I pronounce his name wrong, Mizorowski, the young fireballer for the Brewers, versus Jameson. You can call him whatever last name T you want. He has pitched really well for the Cubs actually lately. Cubs do sneak out a win after falling behind 5-3, as the Brewers couldn't add any additional once they were up 3-0 in that game. Congrats to the Cubs for coming back. Tucker and Suzuki with a couple really good games. Once again, Hap don't do nothing. In this one here, Cubs are about $1.50 favorite. It's not a bad value if you're on the Cubs. I'll put it to you that way. We're not in this one. We do like the Brewers and the young fireballer. So Brewers money line plus 1.5, minus 1.5, 2.5 on the run line. Brewers over 3.5 team total. Brewers money line first 3, 5, and 7 innings. Mizorowski, his lines have not been posted yet, so we're assuming it's going to be under 2.5 earned runs. If he's at 15 outs, we're going to want to go over that. It's probably going to be 14.5 or 15.5. I think he might be able to get close to 6 full innings. He will be on a pitch count limit, so if you're one of those that get, like, want to bet some ridiculous thing, he's not going to get you 7 innings in this one, but he is a youngster, so they will limit his innings there. We want to look at the strikeouts when they get posted. It should be around 5 or 6. We do like him to get 5 and 6 plus. And Jameson over 2.5 earned runs. 2 hitters were playing for the Brouhahas. Is Jackson Churio, Rice Hoskins. Same 6 picks apiece. Home run double over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. 2 plus total bases, 3 plus total bases, 2 plus hits. Next game up, and welcome everybody, if this is your first time to our show, to National Patrick Corbin Day. For the last 3 years on the show, we've had a lot of fun on Patrick Corbin Days. This season, since getting traded to the Rangers, he's been a lot better. Let's just be honest here. And they got Bubic, who's probably going to be an all-star for the Royals going on the other side. Bubic's been really good in his starts. If you really look at that Royals rotation with Bubic and Noah Cameron's pitched really well, Seth Lugo, if Cole Reagans can get back to healthy, they've got a 4 set there that's really good. And that leaves Walker, who's pitched well, Lorenzen not necessarily as much, leaves them kind of on the outside where maybe they could, some trade bait to actually get some thump in that lineup. They've been missing. Now, they did score 6 against Jack Leiter and company, so we hope against Patrick Corbin they can continue the scoring here for the Royals. Total at 8.5. Royals are a slight favorite here, and we do like the Royals. We have not played them in quite some time. If you watch our show on a regular basis, we're in their game every damn day. We haven't played them in a minute. So Royals money line minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Royals over the 3.5 team total. I understand 4.5 is cheaper, but I'd much rather play them to score 4 plus than 5 plus. Royals money line first 3, 5, and 7 innings. Bubic 6 and 7 Ks. Corbin under 3.5 strikeouts. Corbin over 2.5 earned runs. Bubic 18 plus outs and under 2.5 earned runs as well. Then we're going to play. We've got 2 hitters in this game. We've got Bobby Witt, who finally is busting out just a shade after his streak at home was god-awful. So Witt for a home run double. Over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Over 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs. 2 plus total bases, 3 plus total bases, 2 plus hits. Then Jonathan India, who has great success against Corbin as well. Home run double. Over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. 2 plus total bases, 3 plus total bases, and 2 plus hits. Next game up, we've got the Guardians and we've got the Giants. Verlander back on the bump at 9:45 Eastern time. Against LT Allen, I believe, in this one. We're going to go double check just to make sure. It looks like it there. So, and Giants about $1.30 favorite. Giants didn't win last night's game. Devers is in the lineup. He hits a double. Everybody's all excited. Once again, I'm still ticked off about ESPN's coverage saying he was going to hit like 15 more home runs if he played there. Not true. And that's assuming that everything else is the same, which it's not. So ESPN did everybody a disservice trying to pump. It was more of, since the Giants were on TV, I think on Sunday Night Baseball, in order to pump them up just a little bit more that they won this trade. I don't think they won this trade as much as everybody thinks. But we will see as this thing plays out, right? The Giants did give up 2 pitchers. Now, maybe they weren't cream of the crop, but they gave up 2 pitchers, and if you guys have seen the pitching in this league, as much as, I'm assuming you guys watch baseball if you're watching our show, the pitching in this league is not good. So when you give up 2 arms, you're taking a big gamble, no matter how bad the arms are or not. Because those arms will bring bigger money as we get closer to the trade deadline on teams that are coming in. But we do like the Giants in this one, first 5. Giants for the game. Totals at 8. Could be another low-scoring one as well. Wouldn't surprise me in the least. Then we get to the Astros and the A's. Currently, as we're recording this show, the Astros are beating them by like 10. Severino for the A's. Framber Valdez for the Stros. Game's at 10 o'clock, or what 10:05 Eastern time. Would really watch out for a couple things here. Framber Valdez, his strikeouts. There's a couple, like, for example, as we're kind of poking around on FanDuel a little bit as we're going through this show, they are bumping everybody's strikeout total way up. So keep that in mind. Should be a lot of unders to be had there. Framber Valdez is at 7.5, which is a lot for him. I understand the A's do strike out. Like I said, Severino did pitch well. in his last time out. It's different pitcher in Sacramento, and the A's don't seem to play extremely well there either for the most part. But total at 9.5 for the Astros that are having trouble scoring, and at least one and a half good pitchers in this matchup to start it off. I think it's got to be under 5, first 5 innings, under 9.5 for the game. Slightly lean to the Stros if you're looking for. Everybody loves the strikeout prop. It's one of those ones, again, it's 7.5. I would have to lean to the under in that one as well. Then we get to the final game of the night, 10:10 Eastern time. San Diego Padres and Kolek on the mound. Ed Sheeran coming back for the Dodgers. And the Dodgers, I understand, they should be the best team in baseball when this thing's all said and done. I don't think they are because of the injuries, but they are obviously onslaughted with injuries. Kolek for the Padres has not been great. His first inning ERA is still ridiculously high. That's why you'll see a couple first inning plays from us in this one. And Sheehan coming off the injury list and coming back is always an opportunity to get smacked around as well. So we've got a lot of picks in this one. Let's get to going on those. So Dodgers, Padres over 9.5. We're going to play them over 2.5 in the first 3 innings. Over 5 first 7. Over 5 runs the first 5. Over 7.5 the first 7. Dodgers, Padres, yes run first inning. We're also going to play Dodgers, Padres over 1.5 runs for the first inning. Dodgers over 4.5 team total. Padres over 3.5 team total. So we've got Pages, Sheets, and Machado are going to have the same 6 picks apiece. Pages, and by the way, Pages has been hot. Home run, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. And then we're going to sneak back in Ohtani there. Home run, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, over 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. All right, so we just went through the whole lineup of games. How do we get a chance to take a look at all of our picks? No problem at all. All you have to do is you can find that link on our TikTok and YouTube channel page, as well at the end of every episode on YouTube. It's a link to our Google Sheets, docs.google.com/spreadsheet. Click on the link. Once you do, go to the Baseball 2025 tab, scroll all the way down to June 18th. You'll be able to see all of those picks. Also, looking through the board, here are our favorite money lines in no particular order. Tigers, well, you guys, I told you what that one was earlier. Tigers, Reds, and there's 2. Royals, 3. Giants, 4. And Stros, 5. Over-unders, I think there's a lot to be had here on the total side that I would look at. Pirates, Tigers, under. Let's see here. Angels, Yankees, under. Diamondbacks, Blue Jays, always an opportunity to go over there. There's 3. Twins, Reds, over. There's 4. Under, Mets, Braves at 8.5. There's 5. We like and we've got more even. Orioles, Rays, we like over. There's 6. And also in that Dodgers and Padres game, there's over 7, and then Astros, A's, under, there's 8. So 8 totals and 5 money lines there for you. Have at those at what you will. And like I asked you for earlier in the show, just in case you skip towards the end to see if you could catch when we're putting in our top plays, do me a favor, if you have questions, either ask through the show. So there's a comment in the show section, which does help us. Or subscribe to us through TikTok, get on the Discord and ask. Either way, it helps us as helping you. That's the least you could do. If you want me to answer a bunch of questions, ask there. Watch the show, right? Be fair. That's all we're asking for here on the show. You be fair to us. We'll try to be fair to you. But if you continue to ask questions, and I know you didn't watch the show, I'm going to refer you to the show, right? So, I mean, that's only a fair thing to do. There's nothing wrong with spending a few minutes watching the show. So we got people tell us all the time they watch us on like time and a half to cut it down even more. You spend more than a half hour watching ESPN, and they're telling you a lot less than what we are, right? And you don't even have to watch the commercials. So, like I said, be fair with our time. We'll be fair with your time on that one as well. Also, like we mentioned, private Discord channel available. This is the last month of the introductory pricing. You've got less than 2 weeks left. And then on July 1st, it does go up. Now, if you get in now, we will guarantee your pricing as long as you're paid active on the Discord as well. You'll be guaranteed that price forever on there. So keep that in mind. Once, we're trying to make this easy for everybody. And everybody's like, oh, pay for pigs. Ask any of the people that subscribe to the channel or subscribe to the show and they're on the Discord if they're having any fun. Just, if anything else, shooting crap back and forth between all kinds of different members on there. They're having fun regardless of when the picks and all that kind of stuff. So just keep that in mind. We try to keep it clean on there as well so it doesn't get too out of control. But join that Discord by subscribing to us at TikTok. We'll send you the Discord invite, get you hooked up, and get everything taken care of for you to get you profitability land, because that's what we're all here for. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on our next episode.